Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to Al Hilal Talk. You get me? We're here, just got back home from being with the fam. You get me? Relatives and that after Salat al-Jum'ah. Happy Jum'ah Barakah to those. You get me? And listen, wishing you a blessed day and that. But guys, listen, you know exactly what to do. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to like. And I need y'all to comment your way, press alarm bells. Go check socials and inshallah, bi'idhnillah al-azim, you are well and satisfied wherever you may be. Now, I say we kick things off here. I really do. I say we kick things off. Because again, I ain't got too much time on this stream because I have a Bayern one to do and then afterwards I have other things to do. What the hell is Hano sending me? Brother, I told you I'm going live. What the hell is he sending me? Okay, Hano, I will read this later if you're watching. Anyway, let me kick things off with the news on Theo Hernández. Now, he's officially joined the club. Alhamdulillah, Allah alhamd. You know what I mean? He's in the club. You can see from Al Hilal official account. He is a crescent means Al Hilal, by the way. He's a blue. Finally, look, Bafetimbi Gomez, Astorat Al Hilal. Look. He knows what's up. You know, I'm gonna like this one right now. Aywa, he's getting a like from me. I met him in Pavara guy, man. You know what I mean? But yes. Also, speaking of Bafetimbi Gomez, do you want to know fun fact? Apparently, I just found out now. Again, I'm liking this one. He is the second French player ever to represent Al Hilal. Second French player. Nah, man, alhamdulillah. You know what I mean? Alhamd. You know what I'm saying? Happy that he's here. I'll be real. I think Inzaghi is the only reason why we even approached him because he suits the profile. Let's see what he says, though. Hano, fuck off, man. Big up to you, but fuck off. Anyway, what are you saying? So, what's being said here by him? Alhamdulillah. Oh, it said here anyway. I have so many ambitions with Al Hilal. It's a new stage in my life. I think that we have very good team, and I want to win. Or on in Arabic. Hey, listen, man. You joined the correct Saudi League team. That's for sure, bro. You know what's up, bro. By the way, this is getting a like from me as well. New chapter, same ambition. Listen, man, happy days. I believe he's signing a 3-year deal. Does it say how many years he's signing here? No, it just says President Fed bin Nafil. This is our president. With Theo Hernández. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So we have him in. Now it's just a matter of how do we, and this is the video, which I'm not going to play because I have a feeling the copyright strike me. So yeah, happy days, man. Now we have a new left back / left wing back. So yeah, Hano, you basically said a snake over a G. You know what happens when you say a snake over a G? You know what happens? You get a timeout. Yeah, we don't praise snakes over the non-snake in the fucking chat. All right? We don't do that. So do me a favor.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Hello, Donna. Thank you very much. But I do have to say though, you do move fraudulent, so you as well can hold timeout. You do be moving fraudulent a lot of the time, so you can hold that as well. Like, we know the intent, guys. We know the intent. So, and by the way, from what I've heard,
why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What?
Come on now. Come on now. Hey, yo. That's mad. But mad in the dunya. But anyway, yeah, back to the conversation. I think Theo Hernández, good move. Very, very good move. Happy days. Nothing to be really upset about here. I'm glad that the saga is over. Let's be honest, though. I do think we are pretty lucky that we got him in, because I don't think we would have got him in if Atletico Madrid wasn't. Oh my God! Yeah, you're getting another timeout. Yeah, another. Okay, you're moving like Mez. Oh my days! As I was saying, if it wasn't for Atletico Madrid being cheap, I think they were offering 20 million euros to AC Milan. I need to ask Francesco about that. I don't think he would have come to Al Hilal. Let's be realistic. I just don't think. No, to Al Hilal though, not to Saudi League, Habibi. Al Hilal. Like, I feel like we got him out of the fact that AC Milan, they would have rather have made an agreement with Al Hilal than Atleti because of the offer. We offer 25, which in itself, that is cheap for how good he can be. And they were offering 20. And then Theo Hernández is like, you know what? I am still going to get hella bags. I may as well go to Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? And he's here now. I mean, now he's in France. He signed the deal at France, by the way, like all the players do. But again, like, I just feel like we were pretty lucky that we were able to get this deal over the line, because initially he did reject us. He actually did reject us. But then all these circumstances considered, he's like, okay, yeah. You know what? I don't want to be at AC Milan. I don't want to take the gamble. I'll just join Al Hilal. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And I'll see how it goes over there. So, and probably Inzaghi can get the tune out of me, which I do think he will. So, no, I'm happy about it, man. I'm happy about it, but I'll be real. We are pretty lucky that we got him over the line. We are pretty lucky. Let's not bullshit, guys. We are. I do want to check one more thing. By the way, he will be wearing number 19. Which I'll be honest, I think it's kind of a gamble, but I understand it's his shirt number. He wore it at AC Milan. Correct me if I'm wrong. Any Hilal fans, which I don't think there are any right now, if Riri was around or stopped making sense, they would have helped me here. I believe the last time we had the number 9 kit on the Hilal player was Andre Carrillo, Peruvian winger. And he was actually pretty good for us. So, yeah, man. Which I believe now he's at Neom, isn't he? I believe now he's at Neom. He was at Al Qadsi and then he went to Neom. Listen, that was the last time we had the number 19 and he was doing a good job. Can Theo Hernández do a job with that number 19? Let's hope so. Let's really hope so. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah al-azim. Bro, answer all this stuff. We'll talk on the other stream. Not now. I'll have my say on that on the other stream. But listen, Theo Hernández, happy days, man. But you know what? Now that Theo Hernández is here, I do want to bring up one thing before we do move on. Now that he's here, I think we know what's going to happen. At least to those who follow up on Al Hilal, we know what's happening. This is definitely going to happen. Lodi out of Al Hilal fences next season. Theo Hernández, as in like he's in. So now that he's in, it looks like Lodi will be out of favor. And Inzaghi, it has been told that Inzaghi has not been looking in favor of Lodi. Maybe that's why he was playing him left center back. Which, to be honest, against Man City, actually not a bad idea. But then you play him against Fluminense and he performs an absolute stinker. You know what? I actually think Lodi at Bayern would do a decent job as a backup. You know what? I can't even believe I'm saying this. Lodi as a backup for Bayern München, well, I wouldn't do. You know what? If Bayern get rid of, I need to bring this up as an idea. You know what, Ansar? I appreciate you. Remind me on the other stream later. Remind me on another stream later to talk about this. Because remember, Elton is being linked out. Well, it's not a bad idea. For a backup, low-key, I'd take it. Oh, blurry. Hey. Hello. Aywa. Yeah. Not a bad idea, Ansar, to be fair. Not a bad idea. But yeah, I say we move on, though, guys. And I say we move on to a forward player of ours that unfortunately may have to be replaced. So there's two pieces of news I need to show here. So, one. Okay. So apparently there was a saying that Mitrovic may have needed surgery. Because of his leg muscle injury that he's been suffering with for, I would say, since the start of the year. When we played in the Kings Cup quarters, he's been injured and he came back and he played. And then he suffered an injury again. Actually, initially it was a calf injury. Now I actually don't know what part of the leg it. I think it's probably the similar one. I have no idea. But apparently they're saying he doesn't need surgery. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Whatever injury it is, if he needs surgery, Allah khalik, just give him the surgery. Like, it's not good for his well-being that the guy is literally suffering reoccurring injuries and then the guy will be sacrificed for a greater. We do not want that. We really do not want that. Like, I don't know if he's going to stay or leave the club. I really don't know. But if he's going through something severe, I would really recommend that he gets surgery. Wallah al-azim, because I have a fear that, let's say hypothetically we keep him at the club, even though we are getting a striker, right? We keep him at the club and he comes back. My fear is he gets injured again. Do we want him to get injured again? And we're paying him a lot of wages and all this stuff. Is it worth it? Is it worth it that we keep this guy and he's not having surgery and then he comes back not 100% fit, all this stuff? Allah ma yastahil. هالحاجة ترى هذه, it's no joke. So I generally think the medical team and all this stuff, bro, they need to have I don't really want to say quick, a very good look at Mitrovic and his situation. Maybe send him back to Serbia. Didn't he go to Serbia for checkups and all that stuff at the time? Maybe he needs to go again. I don't know. Whatever they have to do, do it. Because Salah, this whole reoccurring injury thing is not good for his well-being, you know? So, yeah, let's see what's up. By the way, I don't think Lodi will cost a lot of money. I don't think it will cost a lot. I'll be shocked if it costs a lot of money. I don't see him costing a lot of money. So, yeah, with the whole Mitrovic thing, see how he's doing. And give him a surgery if it's needed. If not needed, great. But then he will need a lot of time to heal. I personally, whatever he's going through, just make sure you make the right decision. Realistically, if we could sell him, I would do it. I can't believe I'm saying this. I love and appreciate Mitrovic. You guys know me. I defend Mitrovic a lot. I actually think he'd be an insane backup striker at a big European club. And I stand by that. Like, I actually think, hypothetically, let's use this hypothetically, he would be a perfect Joselu replacement if Madrid needed one. He really would be. He would be a perfect backup at FC Bayern München. He generally would be. He'd be a good backup for Barcelona. That's what I'm talking about with Mitrovic. The guy has the ability to be an unreal backup because he has that physical presence in the box and the shithousery that's needed to get you over the line. Yeah, exactly. Like, for that caliber of club, he is. Yes, 100%. But the thing is, the guy is just getting injured left, right, and center. So when you're getting injured left, right, and center, what's needed is proper treatment and proper rehab. This is why we're going for strikers. We're looking for strikers left, right, and center. You know what I mean? This is where the position that we're in. L'asaf. So I'm just trying to ensure that we get the best situation. If we have to send him out on loan, let's say if he's okay, and we send him out on loan to free up foreigner space as well, I don't mind, you know. But whatever it is, we need to figure out this whole Mitrovic thing ASAP. Yeah, bro. There's another one I'm going to talk about. I already talked about these two in the previous streams. I do not want neither of them. Yeah, I don't want Tesco and I don't want Vlahomis. Bro, anyone selling me Vlahomis and that guy, do me a favor.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Like, Vlahomis, like, anyone, like, you see Vlahomis, yeah, Vlahovic, yeah? If nobody wants to believe me about him, Gio can explain it to you for himself.
Just remembered, Vlahomis, you absolute scrub. You absolute scrub. Get the hell out of my team, you bozo. Vaya cacare. Uomo di merda. Asking for how much? 12 million. 12 million. Seriously. 12 million? And you want more than that? You absolute fucking bum. Get out of my club. Out of my club. I hope you leave this summer. You need to go. You need to go. There's no way I saw Vlahovic. I don't care if you scored. I don't care. It was 5-1 when you scored. I don't care.
Exactly. And I'm supposed to take him? Yeah. Yeah, I ain't taking him, bro. He's your problem, not mine. Absolutely your problem, not my problem. Genuinely. So yeah, that's my thoughts, man. Genuinely. But you know what? Speaking of strikers, guys. Speaking of strikers. I wonder who we're linked with at the moment. By the way, I want to show something. I want to show y'all something that's hilarious. Hey, Godfrey, are you still in the chat? Please tell me you're in the chat, Godfrey. Wallahi, please tell me you're in the chat. دقيقة. Is Godfrey in the chat? تعال. It's in Arabic, but I'll read it, don't worry, and I'll translate it. Wallahi, I took this as a screenshot. Oh my God. Wait. اسمع. We're gonna go window. Oh, تعال. Look at this. I sent this to Sammy, the Arsenal fan. تعال, let's read this يا جماعة الخير. For those who don't know what's up. أرسنال على وشك الانسحاب من صفقة فيكتور يوكريس مع أو ضد قدومه الهلال. So it's basically saying that Arsenal, yeah, looks like they're going to withdraw from the deal of Victor Gyökeres. And if they do, we're going to enter the race. And they're asking, with or against going for Al-Hilal going in for him, basically. All I'm going to say, man, if you, man, fumble this, wow. If you, man, fumble this, we could actually go in for him. But I don't see us getting him. Could you imagine? Hey, Godfrey, man. You, man, better get him over the line. You better get him over the line, man. Hey, make sure Arteta does his job. Make sure he does his job, because you know how Arteta be moving. The guy is literally selling his kidney for you. Yeah? The guy is sacrificing his missus. The guy is willing to take a pay cut and all that shit to join you guys, and you're just gonna allow, bro, come on. Arsenal withdrawing, don't make that happen, bro, because I know he wants to stay in Europe, but if he's Sporting as the only option, he's gonna end up being like Osimhen, and he may have to come to Saudi, bro. Now, I don't see it happening. I still think you will get him. However, if you don't, then I do see it happening if it's only Sporting that's going to be able to keep him. Unless if they were to figure out their problem. But Gyökeres doesn't look like he wants to even go to the pre-season with Sporting anyway. So, hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You get me? We can't fumble this deal just because of 5 million. Bertha, get your ass back to Portugal. Brother, I'm telling you right now, if Arsenal don't get them, bro, what's probably going to be happening is we're probably going to hear Northside cook like this.
Fucking Pavlidis, bro. Looking like a B-Tech Zir up front, bro. Not knowing how to finish his fucking chances, bro.
Yo.
Now I'm tired. Now I'm talking now. Now look at Sabin. Silence. I don't want to hear nothing right now. Don't want to hear nothing. I don't want Zir up front. I want Zir in the stream so we can talk about football. I don't want to see Zir being the chance creator and not putting chances away. Fuck this team, bro. Fuck this team.
Bro, do we want to piss this guy off? Well, we don't want to piss B-Tech Leroy Sané off. We don't want to do that, guys. We don't want to piss off Portuguese Leroy Sané. So come on, man. Make sure you get Gyökeres over the line. And if you don't, hell, we don't even want to piss off Lee Kaiser. We don't want to piss off Lee Kaiser, bro. Look.
Got sent off. Man did baby giraffe. Collapsed. Oh, but he was pushed. Bissaka was choked. Nobody cares, bruv.
Bro. No, but listen, jokes aside. Back to Al Hilal now. Back to Al Hilal. Now, speaking of forward line, I wanted to talk about this one. I want to talk about, it will be insane. Oh, tell me about it, brother. Tell me about it. I want to talk about this one. Now, here, we're linked with, actually, let me put it like this. Moise Kean, guys. Moise Kean. That's another forward we're linked with. I'm not the biggest fan of this move. I know he has his moments here and there. Maybe under Inzaghi he does something, but I don't know. Especially when you have Marcus Leonardo. They are similar in profile. I'm not sure these two would complement one another, in my opinion. And Hilal has started its priority negotiation with Moise Kean. Al Hilal held talks with Alessandro Lucci, the player's agent. So far, Al Hilal has not submitted an official offer, and it's from La Gazzetta dello Sport. So, yeah, it's one of them ones, man. I'm not really the biggest fan of Moise Kean. I know Moise Kean is very quick, so he'll be useful for transitions. But will he be clinical in front of goal? I don't even know if he's good at beating his man. I really don't know. So, you know what? Patrick Schick for Al Hilal, I could see it. Wallahi, I could see it. I low-key can see that. But, like in terms of profiling, I can see that. But, back to Moise Kean, I'm not a fan. Can we go get a striker? Hell, I like that you brought up Patrick Schick. I think we should have a go at him. Have a go at him, man. The guy, at one point, we were looking at him for backup striker, and I'm talking about Bayern München. Why not Al Hilal do it as a starter? Swear down, bro. Why not? Well, I think it's an idea and a half. If we can get, let's say if we got Patrick Schick, You play him next to Marcus Leonardo. I think that's a good complementation. You have one beast that similar profile to Mitrovic, and is actually quite quicker, to be fair. And then you have what's his name, Leonardo, who will try to like link up, try to beat his man, you know, and do these other things. So I think this is one of them partnerships that could be perfect. Why not have a go at Patrick Schick? Maybe Boniface. I feel like Boniface tries too much on the ball. But again, like, why not go for him too? I don't listen. For Al Hilal, why not? Maybe Inzaghi can get a tune out of him. You know? But I think he's more likely to get a tune out of Schick. Yeah. No, by the way, I've always said this as a Bayern fan, following Leverkusen. Patrick Schick has always been the better striker than Boniface. I think Boniface is one of them overrated strikers, you know, in the Bundesliga. Like in the Bundesliga, you know, when you look at Leverkusen and you look at what you call it, Leverkusen, you look at Schick and you look at Boniface. Patrick Schick has always been the better all-rounded striker. Like, the guy has the finishing, the guy is better on the ball slightly, and he's more of a physical presence. He's a physical presence, can finish. Boniface is one of them ones. If you put him in the right position, maybe he can finish, but that's about it. And even then, it's not as consistent. What about Openda? Openda's not bad, but Openda is not as consistent either. I think the thing is with Openda, because people are too focused on Benjamin Šeško, they're not understanding the idea of Openda. I think Openda he's good at making runs in behind. He's pretty quick and can get a decent amount of goals, but it's not enough. It's not enough goals. Like, you wouldn't get him to be scoring 15 plus goals a season. You just are not. You really aren't. So, because he can also be missing some chances as well. Not as much as Šeško, but still. Yeah, he is better than Šeško, but even then, it's not like it's a wide gap, bro. It's not like it's a wide gap. That's one thing you need to understand, Ansel, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, back to Moise Kean. I'm not moved, bro. I think we need a physical presence and a finisher up top. That's what we need. Hey, Patrick Schick is a good idea. Why don't Al Hilal explore that one? Šeško, as much as I don't rate him, one thing I'll give him is he is a physical presence. We can't lie to ourselves. He is actually a physical presence. He is also quick too, funny enough. But his finishing is what literally fucks him over for me. Evangelos, I have not watched him to judge. You may have to explain more about him to me, bro. You may have to explain more about him to me. Because I've not been watching Bournemouth like that. Like, some of the Bournemouth players I've seen like in certain spells. Like, I'll give you an example. Hoyson, I've seen him more so for the Spanish national team and all that stuff. So, like, you're going to have to educate me on that guy. But yeah, that's what I would say for the striker department, man. Yeah, I mean, what other news is there on? Is there any? Because I know there was more news on Moise Kean. Let me actually refresh. أي خبر جديدة؟ لغزتها ردس already. أي خبر جديدة؟ Yeah, I think that's about it from the striker point of view. What's this one? Moise Kean prioritized Fiorentina after rejecting Qadsi's offer. Work is currently underway. By the way, who said that Rategi is better? Rategi, by the way, signed for Qadsi after Aubameyang left for Saint Etienne, which is a shame because I actually thought we should have approached the Aubameyang deal, in my opinion. I think we should have been that club, but we didn't. It's a shame, man, because I genuinely think he could have cooked for Al Hilal. Finishing speed, physicality to some degree. It was right there. Opportunities there for the taking. Why didn't we go for it? Nah, Rashford, nah. I would love to have a Lewandowski. The problem with Lewandowski, though, he's going to stay with Barcelona. Maybe next year. Now, Aubameyang would, bro, he was cooking at Al Qadsiya, but because they had certain disagreements, he had to go. And that's why Al Qadsiya signed Retegui now. They've signed him, it's done. Oh, yeah, he still got it, 100%. But he's going to do, I think he'll do pretty good at Saint Etienne, personally. I actually think he'll do pretty good there. So, yeah, what's the latest news on this Sesko thing, by the way? Oh, no, there's nothing new. I thought there was something new here. Okay. All right. Now, I say we go on to one more piece of news, and then we're going to end it here. And then we'll move on to the Bayern München stream. Because I have more to talk about in the Bayern stuff, actually. Where was the... Okay, so this is the more latest news. So, here you go. So it's been said here, and this is from, who is this? Carleone. Okay. It's been said, Al Hilal has not received any official offer regarding Malcom from Al Nassr so far, but the thing is, though, prior there was news that not just Al Nassr, but 2 other clubs have approached him, which is pretty interesting. I'm going to show you right now. أيوة حصلناها. There you go. خذ لك تفضل. Yeah, and this is from Abu Latifa. Right? Now, it's not as reliable, but it's something to consider. The clubs that want to sign Malcom, Al Nassr, Al Qadsiya, and Neom, who just promoted. For those who don't know what Neom is, I'm going to show you what Neom is right now. Neom is a club, by the way, both of these clubs, Al Qadsiya and Neom, they're backed by entities. Qadsiya are backed by Aramco, the oil refinery company, the biggest worldwide. Yeah. And then you have Neom, which is backed by Neom, which is more governmental. Let me show you what Neom is. Maybe then you guys will gather the idea, because I'm sure you guys have heard of it before. I'm sure you've heard of it before. Neom, ya طويل عمر, ya shabab, guys, have you guys ever seen something like this? Let me share screen with y'all. Have you guys ever seen this? This project that they've been trying to do, the line project. This is located in Neom, and this is part of the Neom project. There is a football club called Neom, see, that represents this. That's one of the clubs that's in for Malcom. That's one of the clubs that's in for Malcom, Qadsiya, and Al Nassr. Now, Al Nassr are the more notable name, and I think part of the reason is because Jorge Jesus is about to become their manager. The fact that he's about to become their manager, what's happening is Malcom has a good relationship with Jorge Jesus. So I think the idea is for him to go to Al Nassr. But and they're claiming that no news has come out, or not news, no offer has come out from Al Nassr for Malcom. So let's see. Listen, I've already given my stance on Malcom. I think he needs to leave the club, not just for his sake, but for the club's sake, because I feel like the relationship between him and the Hilal fans is not good. It's like how I'm starting to feel with Vinicius Jr. and Real Madrid. I feel like these two situations are similar. Like, the more Malcom doesn't perform, the more Al Hilal fans call him out. Then when Al Hilal fans call him out, he's chatting shit to the fans. And then the fans chat shit to him. And then it becomes a whole drama. خلاص. أرحمني يا أخي, أرحمني. This is why We need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of him, free up a foreigner spot, use that for a potential forward, and move on. We have to move on from this خرابيط. Because ever since Neymar left the club, فجأة خلاص, now his attitude changed and all this stuff. It's like خلاص, ما لها داعي. There is no point in dealing with this. Just go do your thing. We do our thing. خلاص. Now, let's say hypothetically he joins in Al-Nassr. Right? Now, they're trying to look for a left winger. Hey, Godfrey is here. I actually talked about this Katapa. I actually had this conversation with my cousin earlier, a few hours ago. Martinelli was linked to Al-Nassr. Obviously, there was news before that Luis Diaz was linked to Al-Nassr. Right? And other left wingers been linked to Al-Nassr. Al-Nassr has been looking for left wingers, guys. And the thing is, it does not look like these deals are happening. My cousin thinks Martinelli will go to Al-Nassr. He's a Nassr / Arsenal fan. He thinks that Martinelli will go to Arsenal Football Club. Not Arsenal Football Club, sorry, Al-Nassr Football Club. Afwan. Now, this is how I feel about the situation. When it comes to Malcom, will he be playing in the left wing? And if he does, do Al-Nassr go for another left winger? I mean, they have Sadio Mane. How is Malcom going to play left wing? But to be fair, that's not his main position. So again, not the biggest deal. But then here's another problem. They have Otavio. Now that Jorge Jesus is back, not back, but he's going to join Al-Nassr probably. I would imagine Otavio would be playing in the 10. So then all Malcom has left is right wing. Now, who really plays on the right? You have Ayman El Yahya. You have Angelo Gabriel. You know? So, does that mean that Malcom will maybe play on the right-hand side? But if he plays on the right-hand side, we've seen at Al-Hilal under Jorge Jesus, right wing is not his best position. His best position nowadays is in the 10 for Nos. So would he have to then drop Otavio deeper? I don't know. Allahu A'lam. This is the thing. So, yeah, he does play in the 10, but last season he was playing quite deeper, by the way. There were even times he got dropped. And by the way, Cristiano Ronaldo, it was told that he is picking his own players. You think Ronaldo just signed the deal like that? No, he signed the deal because, for one, he had really no choice because Al-Hilal didn't really want him. And neither did many clubs. And two, the guy was like, you know what? I'll stay at Al-Nassr. However, because of the situation we are in, I want my players. I'm willing to help the Saudi project, but I want my players. You give me my players, I'm willing to stay and help and contribute, still being an ambassador for the Saudi tourism project of the sports, whatever, and all this yada, 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 yada. So, and even FIFA World Cup in 2034 as well. He's going to be ambassadoring for that too. Like, all these things considered, Ronaldo's like, you know what? Yeah, I'll continue, but I want my players. Now, I want to know with the Nassr, like generally, if there's any Nassr fans around that do eventually watch this, please let me know in the comments. Are these Ronaldo targets? Generally speaking. Yeah, bro. He's selecting play. What, you think he just signed like that? No. Bro, you can ask him. He's a Saudi, he'll tell you. أهلا وسهلا جمعة مباركة يا حبيب قلبي. Ronaldo literally claimed, I'm staying, but I want my own signings. I want my guys because we ain't winning nothing with these players that you're getting. By the way, Al-Nassr, out of the big four clubs, are the ones suffering the most, low-key. Not many people want to talk about this. But Al-Hilal, as much as Al-Hilal hasn't been successful last season, they're doing okay in terms of what's going on in the board. It's just a matter of like Fahad bin Nafil and Fahad Mufraj sometimes making poor decisions here and there, right? And then you have Al-Ittihad. I'm not going to lie, in the past year or so, I would say Al-Ittihad has been run very well. Al-Ittihad lately has been run very well. Ever since they got in Laurent Blanc, And then they got in the signings the likes of Awar, Rajkovic, Bergwijn, and all them players. They've actually been run very, very well. Then you have now Al-Ahli. Al-Ahli, the problem with Al-Ahli is they're in a debacle. They're not in the worst of situation compared to Al-Nasr, but they're in a debacle. And they're in a debacle because they got rid of their CEO months back after they protested outside of their facilities, right? This British, I forgot his name, but there's some British CEO they had. But then the problem is they still have no director. They still have no CEO. And they wanted Yasley out. They wanted Yasley out. But then the problem is he was coaching so well towards the end of the season that they ended up winning the Champions League Elite competition, which is the Asian Champions League, you know? So and that's a major in Asia. They won that. So now they're having a debacle of, do we keep Yasley or do we sack him and get somebody else in? I think that's why they were linked with Ange Postecoglou at one stage, because the board was contemplating, the fans contemplating, all this shit. So now they're also in a debacle. You know, today there was news about Al-Ahli, by the way. I want to read it out to you. Actually, let me go find it on Twitter. I saw it earlier today on Twitter. Let me go show it to you guys. All Saudi Pro League. I saw this on there. And I have to show this to you guys because I think you guys need to understand the situation certain clubs are in. Like, yeah, there's money, but yeah. Anyway, where was it? Not this. Where was it? Oh, wait, actually, I just realized. I think I retweeted this because I was taking the piss. I love bantering, bro. You know, when you banter. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll verify myself later, Habibi. Aywa? Okay, let's read this. Let's read this, ya Jama'ah. Oh, shoot, I didn't read. I need to. Let's read this. This is League Gunners Club because of Riyad Mahrez. Interesting. By the way, let me show you what I retweeted. Imagine winning the AFC Champions League Elite only to be going through all of this, you know. Could never be Al Hilal. I was trolling. But anyway, back to reading this. Oh, yeah, and they lost Gabri Vega to Porto. Yes, you are correct. But let's read this. So he says, Al Ahly fans, we feel you, okay? You were promised the world by the executive committee and got ghosted. No CEO for 4 months. And after parting ways, sporting director fired without a single word. No clarity on Yasley's future. No serious plan for the transfer window. And don't let them act like they brought you the ACL title, AFC Champions League Elite title. That was Yasley, the squad, and you, the fan. By the way, Al Ahly fans were on it all competition, bro. As one thing I'll give Al Ahly, their fans are fucking elite, mashallah. No. Their fans are absolutely brilliant. Like, no joke. I actually think they have the best fans out of the top 4. Them, they're crazy. They're crazy, bro. Them and Al Ittihad, they're crazy. As much as I don't like Al Ittihad, their fans move crazier than we do. Yeah. And they said, yeah, Al Ahly had the highest debt in 2024. 27.6 million euros, but they've been the lowest spending PIF club in the last 2 years. That's actually true. They have spent the least out of the big 4. And still made smart deals. You remember Gabri Vega? That's a 16 million masterclass. That was a smart deal. So you're not Al Ahly. So if you're not Al Ahly, don't even speak. He's saying if you're not Al Ahly, don't speak about what they're going through. The 2025 Intercontinental Cup is around the corner, in which they will face PSG and others. And Al Ahly still don't have signings they actually deserve. You see what issue Al Ahly is dealing with, guys? People are not deeping it, bro. Like, yeah, there's money, but money ain't everything, is it? Money ain't everything. These are things only people that know Saudi Pro League will tell you. Everybody else that just follow here and there, they don't know this shit. People like me stop making sense. Really, You know, and any football rig, big up to him. You know, we have to educate people on these things, man. And by the way, back to Al-Nasr. Al-Nasr, the problem with them is because they've gotten in Ronaldo, what's happened is the team, it's like no matter who they sign, they're never going to be successful because yes, Ronaldo's scoring the goal, but it's like they're still having to play for Ronaldo for one, so it's predictable. And two, in the boardroom, they're just not getting the correct management in. I mean, they have Hierro as their director, fine, no problem. But even then, it's like I just don't feel like they're getting the right profile of player. And not just that, a lot of the work that they're doing behind the scenes. You know how Al-Nasr is being run? I'm going to give you the best example to how Al-Nasr is being run. Think of Arsenal Football Club. That's how Al-Nasr is being run. They're doing things for commercial aspects. Do you not notice when people visit Saudi, the first thing they do when it comes to football, they go visit Al-Nasr. They don't visit any other club. And people believe Al-Nasr is the biggest club in Saudi, but that's further thing from the truth. If anything, Al-Hilal and Al-Ittihad are bigger than Al-Nasr. Nobody will tell you this. Al-Hilal and Al-Ittihad are two clubs bigger than Al-Nasr. But why do people actually believe that Nasr is the biggest and they're called Al-Alami? Why? Because Ronaldo is at that club. When Ronaldo's in that club, they bring in revenues from ticket sales, merchandise sales of Ronaldo, etc. Let's be honest, guys. This is why Al-Nasr, they are known as being the bigger club, but it's not true. It's a myth. It's a myth. They're called Al-Alami. By the way, they were called Al-Alami for a funny reason. They were called Al-Alami. Now, this is something that my uncle told me, so don't really quote me on it. But apparently, one time, a president, long time ago of the club, met with Barack Obama, and apparently Obama said that, you know, from now I'm calling this club the Worldly Club, and now, in Arabic, translates to Al-Alami. So they're like, خلاص حنا مسمينا Al-Alami. Like, if that, like, come on, man. Al-Nasr can't be serious. Yeah, bro. Success and everything proves it, bro. It's the fact that we made Club World Cup and they didn't just tells everything you need to know. Tells it, bro, we won AFC Champions League with Marega, Andre Carrillo, and them, man. No joke. Bro, and we were in the Club World Cup semi-final in 2021. Lost it to, what's his call it? Chelsea. When Lukaku scored 1-0, I think. Then we played Real Madrid 22-23. And we lost, what was the score? 5-3 in the final. I remember Vieto was cooking that game, to be fair. And then, yeah, man. And then this Club World Cup, we made the quarters. We should have made it further. So, man, yeah, it's just one of them for me. Man said their stadium is... Oh, yeah. I rate their stadium more than ours. I'm not going to lie. By the way, you want to know a fun fact? That used to be our stadium, Hannah. Al-Awwal Park, that used to be our stadium. But the thing is, I want to let you know something. Our stadium is not really a stadium, it's an arena. Like, the only reason why I would rather be in my stadium than theirs is just air conditioning. But other than that, like, their stadium is actually a football stadium. And to be fair, when you're watching a game in that stadium of theirs, because I watched a Nasr game in that stadium. I remember I went to a Nasr and the Ittihad game once. And I went to a Nasr game in the Champions League against some, I think it was an Irani team. Like, I went because my friend, he's a Ronaldo fan and he had VIP tickets, so I went with him. Like, don't get it twisted. Watching a game in that stadium is better than watching it in my stadium. I will agree 100%. But at the same time, I would rather be in my stadium just because of air conditioning reasons. And plus, our stadium is more modernized. It's an arena. It's not even a stadium. Kingdom Arena. It's called Kingdom Arena. It's not Kingdom Stadium. Bro, WWE's PLE Night of Champions was there. So, yeah. It's one of them. Wait, let me respond because I got a message. So yeah, it's one of them ones really. Arena. Yeah, of course, because it's a football stadium. I understand. By the way, Bayern München have Allianz Arena for some reason, even though it's somewhat outdoors. But I would rather the Allianz Arena more than a lot of stadiums, in my opinion. Bro, it depends on how they look. You see, Kingdom Arena, the thing is with Kingdom Arena, yeah, is it's fully indoors, which is a good thing for like the conditioning of, you know what I mean, like air conditioning and all that stuff. But in terms of atmosphere, you would rather be in a stadium. That's the way I view it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best way to put it. Oh, 100% the Allianz Arena. 100%. However, I have not been to the Allianz Arena, but even then, from what my dad and my brother explained to me when they paid a visit, and inshallah, when I visit, Allianz Arena, 100%. I'm like, it's an arena that feels like a stadium, and it has heritage there. So come on, bro, answer. I'm not that like biased towards it here like that. Come on. I'm not gonna lie, I was a fan of Night of Champions. There was only 2 matches I wasn't a fan of. But hey, thank you for giving us a crowd appreciation, man. About time. Oh yeah, 100%. I agree with you. No, I agree with you. Allianz Arena, 100%. So yeah, but that's my thoughts. But yeah, Malcom again, I think he should go. And if he goes, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So, when did I set up my next stream to be? Because I need to do a stream talking about Bayern, and then I need to move on with my day. Let me go to IMS and me and prepare that thingy. Also, what is Yasser responding to here? We need that. Need that for what? What did I... Oh yeah, as a news. Let me like that. I hope did I like on it? I think I did. Okay, good. Khalas, I liked it. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Hey, by the way, speaking of crowd, who wants to see something here? Who wants to see something? I was so shameless towards the Americans. Oh, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna sit down, guys. I told nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. When will people understand? Oh my God. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah? They don't care about us, probably. We don't care about them. Yeah, all respect to Americans, but when it comes to listening to anthems, nobody cares.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
Let's be honest with ourselves. Nobody cares. Yeah, people like Omar and all these Will and all these Americans, Sunshine, another one, Steve, big up to all of them, but nobody cares about American anthem. Nobody cares. Do you guys care about the American anthem? Hey, Godfrey, if WWE is in South Africa, would you care about the American anthem? Answer, if WWE was in wherever you're living right now, Trinidad, would you give a fuck? No, real question. Well, like, honest to God, would you guys care? I wouldn't. Yeah, I'll care. Yeah, I'll care about my national anthem, but that's about it. I'll care about anthems that's worthy of care. American anthem, come on, man. Like, I get why they do it, but let's be real here. So, anyway. Oh yeah, Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Man said, bro, I'd show my respect. Nah, man. I mean, maybe with you it's a bit different, but with us, it's like certain mandem call us out and then they expect us to give an appreciation. Yeah, allow it, man. Yeah, allow it, bro. You get what I'm saying? Lower, bro. Why did I just leave 12? I'm a donkey. I'm an absolute donkey for that one. I said, now we don't get. There you go. There you go. You man them would care about Bafana, bro. You wouldn't care about US. Imagine I just said Bafana, but hey, see, I know hey, I know I have an idea on what you man are called in South Africa, bro. You get me? I deserve appreciation for that one. So yeah, but guys, listen, I think it's time to end here. You know what? Should I redirect to my stream, or I think I'll do that, yeah. I mean, who's live at the moment? Although I'm curious, who's live at the moment? I'll redirect to this, but who's live? Yeah, not many people are live, to be honest. So, yeah, good thing I'm redirecting to myself. Hey, thanks, bro. I try. I try. Bro, answer. We'll talk about this. We will talk about this, bro. We'll talk about this, bro. We'll talk about this. Oh, shit. Is that what you just sent me? Because I didn't even read it. Yep, that's what you... Oh, shit. Oh, so we have something to talk about. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, what was the offer? What the fuck? I read the number. Oh my god. We'll talk about it, but bro, this club, man, it's gonna be the death of me. No, not Palati goal. It's Julian Agardi. It's from Built, so it's somewhat reliable. Somewhat. It's a representative of Built. Oh my god. Oh,
brother. What's that? What's that, brother?
Ansar, do you see my problem now with this club? Do you see my problem? Do you see my fucking problem? I hope you see the problem now. I really do. I hope you and every other Bayern fan see the problem. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it here. I'm going to redirect to the other stream. You guys know exactly what to do. Subscribe, like, comment your way. Go check social, and inshallah you're well wherever you may be. And listen, about Al Hilal, Theo Hernández joining. Happy days. So, yeah, take care and see you on the other side.
Oh my god, I can't! Oh my god! Stop! I'm overwhelmed with joy! He got... Oh my...